we've always got a big crowd. Hey, greetings and salutations, everyone. You have once again turned into On Air with Walt, and I am your host, Walt Lusk, and we have an absolute fabulous show today. But before that, you can find us on YouTube on Air with Walt, and we are broadcasting on UBN ubn.com, ubngo.com, and also on Facebook on ubngo's station channel. And you can find us everywhere that podcasts are found, including iHeartRadio, and we really appreciate it if you would like, share, and subscribe. Got to have those subscribers on YouTube. And today we have a guest I have been trying to get on since last year. Personal friend. It is Repo Ric, and of course, he brought part of his posse with him. And his byline basically is: if you do not know boxing, you don't know Repo.
That's right, baby. That's right.
So, without further ado, Repo Ric.
Repo Ric, baby. Yeah. Y'all know I don't need no introduction.
No introduction.
No, y'all know who I am. If you don't know Repo Ric, you don't know boxing. WDA, Whoop That Ass Promotion.
Whoop That Ass Promotions.
That's right. TJ Fight Nights. That's right. But I tell y'all what, there, I brought this youngster over here to my left of me. His name is Abdullah. He can introduce himself. He's a very, very talented person that I gave up on managing fighters, and all I want to do is promote, because I'm tired of babysitting grown men. But this kid here, which I don't really want to call him a kid, but you know, we older, that's how we talk. But hey, he's very, very talented, and you wouldn't believe that he's a fighter the way he looks and the way he carries himself. How you doing, Abdullah?
How y'all doing? What up, though? It's Abdullah Kedar, tuning in live from Hollywood, California, straight from the 313. 48213, Detroit, Michigan. And, I'm feeling good, feeling great. God is the greatest. I'm feeling blessed. All is truly will. All is truly will, without question.
That's right. Well, tell them a little bit about you. What's your record? Where you coming from in boxing?
I mean, you're incredibly talented. So it's your stage, my man.
And who's your trainer and all that?
Yeah, who's your trainer?
My trainer is my father. You know what I'm saying? My father, he been training me since I can remember, since I was 5 years old. Since I can walk, talk, I've been in a boxing gym, and he's just been conditioning me to be the best I can be the best version, of myself, to be a man, even outside of boxing, just in life. So my father, also a good mentor of mine as well. Absolutely.
All right. Yes, sir.
And you started boxing how old?
5.
Well, I mean, when did you do your first real fight?
My first real fight.
I mean, even though they're all real.
Boxing fight.
It's called pro.
When you went professional.
I went professional at 18. 18, yeah. 18, 19.
Okay, professional at 18, yeah.
Yes, sir. I had a lot of amateur fights, though, all throughout my younger days, since, maybe 12. I've been traveling around the country, different tournaments, different fights, just getting a different experience, getting to see different styles, just perfecting my craft.
Well, one thing I never heard of, an amateur fighter. How many amateur fights you got?
I got 78.
78 amateur fights.
Oh, my goodness.
And I never heard somebody say in amateur, if you have 78 fights, how many knockouts you got?
Damn, majority of them knockouts, probably 50, 60 or something.
Never heard of that. Because you got the headgear on, and with the headgear, it's kind of hard to knock them out. At the same time, the referee always jumping in front of everybody. Want to give you a little 8 count, whatever they give them, 10 count, 8 counts, whatever they do in amateur. But this guy he had 60 knockouts as an amateur.
We knocking.
Cameras there.
We definitely knocking them out.
Oh, okay. Definitely knocking them out, right?
Yeah, and even as an amateur, I was sparring with professionals.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, once I got to the age of 14, 15, I started knocking professionals out, grown men, and I was surprising myself, wow, I really got some talent and a good future in this sport. So let me really buckle down and take it serious, because this is what my life consisted of. I ain't had no friends or nothing like that. I just been dedicated and motivated, and I sacrificed a lot.
Yeah, I heard you took a layoff in boxing because you signed a contract with who and what's that for?
Oh yeah, I had a little layoff when I was around like 19. I was in the music industry, like we doing production. I was producing artists. I was an artist. I signed with a little down in Atlanta. They had a little management company. They had a partnership with Interscope Records and Atlantic Records. And you know, I had a deal when I was young, so I moved to Atlanta for some time. I was in Atlanta, just experiencing life as a young adult, trying to find myself.
Now, how did you like Atlanta?
It was beautiful. It was turned up. It was turned. I had a lot of fun out there, a lot of great experiences. I got to, you know, that's really my first time out on my own. You know, I'm in a new place. I don't know nobody, so it was really cool. I had a good experience. For sure. A lot of beautiful women.
There are, and it's a great town. I mean, it's the queen of the South.
Well, he says turn up town. That ain't the place for a fighter if it's a turned up town.
Yeah, it's turned. Yeah.
You'll be turned out.
Yeah, way out. Way out.
You know, the biggest downfall for fighters is sex and drugs. So you don't want to be in Atlanta.
Absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
That's the same as I tell people about Vegas. You know, Vegas is a little too wild for a fighter to be there. Everybody wants to monkey see, monkey do. Everybody run to Vegas, so we gonna run to Vegas. It's not a place to train, not a place to be. It's a lot of different attractions, and once you get there, you become a gambling alcoholic.
Well, what you're saying is there are a lot of distractions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mucho
distractions.
Yes, sir.
And you would know, you've been in Vegas plenty.
I've been in Vegas plenty. I was working for Floyd Mayweather, staying at his house, staying with Roger. I took care of Roger Mayweather, his uncle, which is his trainer. I took care of him, but every time Floyd took off on one of them private planes, I took on back to Fresno, California, because it was so hot out there. So, you know, Floyd wanted to buy me a house and do things like that, but you know, all money ain't good money. So him buying me a house, I mean, I'm stuck in Vegas. It was too hot, no fun.
You're telling me it's not hot in Fresno?
It's hot in Fresno, but not like Vegas. I mean, Vegas ridiculous. I can work on the car in the heat in Vegas. I was on my way to Floyd's house at 6:30 in the morning. It was 130 degrees.
In the shade.
In the shade. You know, and I had to get out of the car, and I was still burning up.
130. Wow.
Yes. 6:30 in the morning.
I helped a friend last summer. We were in Palm Desert, and it was only 124. And I went from where the stuff was in the storage unit to the car. It wasn't far. And I burnt my feet because I was wearing sandals.
That's
so
right.
that was only 124. So
Right.
I can only imagine 130.
Yeah, so, you know, I tell people all the time, you know, all money ain't good money. If you ain't happy, don't be there. You know, be somewhere where you're happy at. So when you're ready to move somewhere, you got to go check the place out. You got to be there for a while before you take that move.
That's right.
That's the way it is.
Absolutely.
You know, so that's that's the same as a fighter. You know, fighter, you got to isolate them, keep them away from everybody. You got to lock them in. You know, fighter's like a pet bull. You put a chain on his neck, take him to the ring, let go the chain, let him go to work. Soon as he come out the ring, you better put the chain back on him. You know, because like I said, there's a lot of distractions out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so not a place to be. You know, and he was raised in Denver a lot, Detroit, but he moved to Denver, Colorado.
Ah, well, Colorado's cool.
You know, and well, after talking to him, I thought it was cool, but it's murder capital of the world now.
Is it really?
Yes, he can tell you about that.
Yeah, it's a lot of violence going on. Like, you know, I came up there middle school, high school, so like as a teenager. There's a lot of gang violence, drugs, because, you know, it's the first place to legalize marijuana.
420.
Yeah, it was the first place. So, like, you would think everybody be high and be cool, but nah. It's like a drug hub. Everybody and their mama moving there. Like, people, it's a melting pot of people from all kind of different places. So, like, you know, I came up seeing a lot of gang violence, drugs, dope fiends, all kind of craziness, like, you know, just typical stuff when there's a lot of, you know, when you a minority and you know, when you around a lot of, when you got black people and Mexicans and they all in one area, high concentrated, you know, it's gonna be a lot of crazy stuff going on, a lot of violence, a lot of drug usage, and, you know, just only the strong survive, for real.
Well, what you survived.
Absolutely. Yeah.
hope he don't go back. That's the thing. Hope he don't go back.
So where were you in Colorado? What city?
Denver.
It was Denver.
Yeah,
Okay,
Denver,
all right.
the
Mile High City. Okay.
Yeah, Mile High, the city part, and like the outskirt. Not the outskirt, but they got a place called the ACO. It's called a rural, like a little section, like right on the edge of Denver. But it's basically like Metro Denver, Montbello, Northeast, Park Hill. If you come from there, you know how I get. You know how it is. You know how I get down. It's a
He talking that street talk.
yeah. You know how what come with, and you know like I grew up a lot. You know, all of my friends and all the people that I came up with, like they either dead or they in jail, prison, like 30+ years.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
Well, we glad you up out of there.
Absolutely. I just stayed focused. I knew I was one of the chosen ones. You know, I knew I was different since I was a child. You know,
Right.
I knew I was.
So you didn't succumb to all the distractions.
Nah. You know, my father was really on my head a lot too. Like my father, real rough, rugged, and tough on me because he knew how this world could be for a young black man, a young minority, and you know, all of my uncles, and you know, unfortunately, he did prison time. You know, 5+ years, 10 years in the penitentiary, and he knew that's not something he wanted for his children. So
Right. So he did time for you.
yeah, he did.
He
the
did
time.
your time.
Exactly.
So you ain't got to do it.
Exactly.
So now, it's good. So now you're down in L.A. We're going to get you down there in Tijuana, Mexico. Beat up on some of the Mexicans out there.
Absolutely.
Put it together and be a role model for all your family and all your friends. And Denver and everybody can watch. They can get on a plane, come down to some fights and everything else. So that's good. You'll be a role model for everybody. I'm glad you made it. You're 22 years old, right?
Yeah, 22.
Okay. So
22.
okay, so you made it here, and we don't need to go back.
Oh no, we not going back. We only progressing.
You know, I tell fighters all the time, you know, if you escape those kind of places, don't go back. I had a kid come from St. Louis, Missouri. He was just 3-0, and I told his dad, I say, after every fight, you take the kid back home for what? Well, he got to show off. Show off for what? What you showing them? What you going back to the hood to show off for? Ain't nothing in the hood.
Exactly.
You know, we out of the hood. And showing up that fourth fight, his son went back home, went to the club, shot him dead.
Oh man.
Yeah. So, you know, you live, you learn. Thank God it wasn't Abdullah. You know, so now he know what's going on. It can happen to him.
Exactly.
You know, so stay here. You ain't got to meet too many friends. Your only friend is in that ring, trying to tear his head off him. And that's what you do for a living. Live what you do. If you live what you do, you die what you do, you're gonna be a nice person.
You say your friend is your opponent in the ring?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because when you finish tearing his head off, you're gonna get some ice cream.
Right.
Yeah.
Shake hands and go get ice cream.
Yeah, it's just a business. This is business. You know, it's a job. You know, it's a job. You like I tell people, you ain't got to get along with your supervisor to get that check.
True.
Okay? So you ain't got to get along with that fighter to get that check. After that check, let's go get some ice cream. You know, that's the way it works. You know, we're not trying to kill nobody, but at the same time, when you go in that ring, he trying to kill you, and you better be trying to kill him too, because he gonna get you. So you know, you take care of him. Then after you out of that ring, laugh and play and have fun.
Well, one of you is going to get a win, and one of you is not. In a perfect world.
Yeah, but they both gonna come out nice and smooth and perfect, and nobody going to the hospital. Everybody gonna be all right.
Live to fight again.
Right. And then go get a family, raise some kids, buy you a ranch. You know, I tell fighters all the time, you know, you guys want to celebrate, have fun, take 30 people to your house after the fights, talk loud outside in the streets with your neighbors. Buy you a ranch, 100 acres. Get you 60 acres. I don't care if you get 10 acres, and live. Build your house right in the middle of the 10 acres and live. And Earl Spence, that's what he's doing. He bought 64 acres. I only got 5, but he got 64 acres, and he living good.
He got chickens and horses.
He got whatever he want. If he want a bunch of naked women, he got some naked women. But guess what? The police won't be knocking on his door because the police can't hear him. You know, that's the thing. Your neighbors is always the people who's calling on you. Like Justin Bieber. He living in Beverly Hills. He had a balloon fight in his yard. One of the balloons hit the neighbor's house. They called the police. He went to jail. See, how can you spend $2-3 million for a house and you can't have fun? Waste of time. But you know, young people don't know. They don't know what's happening. You know, you You need a role model to teach you what's happening, and you got to listen.
Well, you're talking about lifestyle, right? You can have lifestyle in Beverly Hills, but you can really live and have way more options with your own place.
That's right.
a
Outside
whole
of
lot
Beverly
space.
Hills.
Totally outside of Beverly Hills.
Michael Jackson did it. You go to Michael Jackson's house, you see that little gate, that iron gate, you can't even see his house.
Never land.
He drive for another 15 minutes to get to his front door. So he can beat his wife, but he can do whatever he want to do. Neighbors ain't going to call the police because ain't no neighbors to call the police. So where I live on 5 acres. My neighbors is horses and cows. I'm looking at their asses. That's all I see going down the street, you know? And that's how you're supposed to live. And I try to tell these young fighters, but they think that Rolex is at the makers. That ain't where it's at. You don't see nothing on my neck, my hand. No. I ain't trying to take care of the next man's last name. Louis Vuitton. That's some family's name. I don't need to take that family name and wear it and then take it to the hood. I'm showing the hood my Louis Vuitton of a next person's last name. What's that gonna do for me?
It's dangerous too.
Yes, it is. Because they chop your head off you for it. Yes, sir. See, when I grew up in St. Louis, you couldn't wear no gold chains, no leather jackets, or no nice tennis shoes. They gonna cut your ankles off you. You get half a second to take them shoes off. You don't, your ass is out. You know. So I try to help these young fighters. I try to teach them, and I try to be a role model for them. But by the time I get them undefeated, 9-0, 10-0, somebody that got in the air with $10,000, took them away, and now they're 0. And I can't name one fighter that made it that left me undefeated. Not one.
Well, that's very impressive. I mean, and also, you're living what you talk about, right?
Oh, yeah, of course.
You're living in a ranch, you're living on space, you've got lifestyle.
I'm loving it.
And you're not flashy, so,
Nah.
you know.
And I ain't got no money.
Except the hat.
No, hat don't stay flashy. Whoop that ass, WDA. That's right. You know what that means. I get fighters whoop ass. And this fight over to left me, I'm quite sure he can whoop ass. Because if he couldn't whoop ass, he wouldn't be with Repo Ric. You know, and I love his attitude. I mean, the kid, you couldn't find a better attitude fighter than him. You know, all I want him to do is talk shit when he get in that ring. When he get outside that ring, he could be the nicest man in the world. That man would have so many endorsements, it's a shame. And he be living like a king, and he can live how he want to live. Absolutely. If he want them 100 acres, go get them. He don't want them, all right, go on ahead and get to your neighbors. My brother lived next door to Ricky Lake in Vegas. Yes, he does. Ricky Lake. My brother lived next door. I go up in my brother's room, look out the window, I can see Ricky Lake in her shower downstairs. Now, how can you buy a $2 million house and you ain't got no privacy? But they do it. Because, like I say, people they monkey see, monkey do. They follow the trend, you know. So I don't know what to say, but anyway, like this little fight I got over here, man. I love this kid over here, man. He's a bad dude, 22 years old. Like I say, I'm calling him a kid, but you know, I'm old. I'm 60. I'm an old man. I'm 60 years old. I just want to see him make it. I got mines, you know. I got mines. I'm a dude without. I love it, but I want to see this kid make it, and he got power. And I know he's the next world champion. All he got to do is live the way he's supposed to live. And the things I'm telling him, I don't want nothing from him. What you give me, you give me. What I earn, I earn. But if he lived the right way, he going to have a lot of money. Mucho money. Ain't going to be no Mayweather money, but it's going to be his money, Abdullah money. Because he ain't going to be the next Mayweather. He going to be the next Abdullah. We're not worried about the next Pacquiao, the next Mayweather. We don't worry about the next Abdullah. He gonna be himself, and definitely coming out the dressing room, rapping that shit on the way to the ring. You know, whenever he ready. 10 fights from now, I don't know how long. It's up to him. He can do what he want to do. But for the meanwhile, he gonna be knocking him out.
Absolutely.
Right?
Without question, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. You know, I feel like this is what I was born to do. This is what I've been bred to do since I was a child, since I was a kid, since I can remember, walk and talk. This is what I've been bred to do. I've been bred to fight. I know this is a way to take care of my family. This is a way to take care of generations of my family.
That's right.
There you go.
This is a way for me to inspire and motivate and touch people and help people become the best version of themselves. You know, in and outside the ring, be a stand-up guy, stand on business.
There we go.
Take care of business.
That's right.
Do what I got to do so I could take care of myself.
And do.
And take care of my family.
That's right.
And my team.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. That's fun.
Absolutely.
That's fun. Jail ain't no fun.
Hell nah.
No.
No, we were talking before the show about all these people that are actually in jail and in prison, and they're not going to be in there just for a little weekend. They're in there for quite a while for
It ain't no fun.
doing some stuff here and abroad.
I tell you what, Abdullah, before I do a crime, I'm gonna sleep in your backyard on them 100 acres you got with them little whatever creatures that's gonna be out there, them coyotes, foxes, or rabbits, or whatever you got. Before I do a crime, baby. So, welcome me to sleep in your backyard.
Anytime.
I'll be your security guard.
Anytime.
Yes,
man.
sir.
It's no time for that. You know.
Yeah.
Certain times you gotta. It's a time and point in life where you gotta lock in and focus, and no distractions. No time for no BS. Cause don't nothing come with that but BS. Like your downfall. You mess around, go to jail, and I come from that. Like my little brother. Unfortunately, he's incarcerated right now, facing a lot of time, like 30 plus years.
Wow.
And he's only 19, you know what I'm saying? And I come from all my cousins and all that. They locked up in jail. My uncles did 10 plus years in jail. They done spent majority of their lives in prison. And I just took it upon myself to say, I'm the one that's going to break that generational curse.
Right.
I'm the one that's going to break that, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? I'm proud of your daddy because your daddy did the time for you, and you able to look at the man who you really want to look up to, and which is your father, to say that, hey, I don't want to follow the route, the path my father went or my little brother. I'm gonna do it the right way, and then I'm gonna take care of both of them. Absolutely. And hopefully we get your little brother out. Hopefully he beat the case or whatever case it was.
He coming home.
Gonna come home. My little brother got 39 years. He did 12. And he's steady and pilling. But I was a role model for my little brother. He didn't listen. I mean, he had it all. He had his own condo paid for, 2 or 3 cars paid for, but he wanted to run the streets with them bad boys. And I told him, I said, hey, look here, man, we got this boxing game going. We can put you out there easy, but he chose the wrong route. But like I was saying, for your father, I want you to appreciate your father and respect your father because everybody don't have a father.
Absolutely, without question.
That's right. Every kid don't have a father, and then every kid don't have a father that will follow you and do what it takes for you to make it.
That's my father, like my best friend.
That's
for
right.
real. He's the only person I be around. I don't be around nobody.
Yeah, I like y'all. I like the way y'all carry each other. Y'all carry yourself together. I like that.
I don't got no friends.
It's like friendship.
None of that. I don't got. I ain't got a big entourage or a whole group of people with me. Nah, it's my father.
You don't need no friends.
And a couple other, I got Repo with me. I got, trainers. I got people that's helping me take my life to the
never
next
got
level.
on the air with Walt.
Never got on the air.
Well, you're on the air with Walt now.
He gonna follow us too. Matter of fact,
you're on the air with Walt now.
Matter of fact, I was talking to Walt a little minute ago. He said when he do a fight, Abdullah gonna be on that show, right?
Yeah.
Right, Walt?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, say no more then.
Absolutely.
Oh,
So
no question.
the cliche phrase is, Kedar, you dodged a bullet,
Man.
literally and figuratively.
Absolutely. And we're going to continue to dodge them.
That's right.
And we're going to step on all opposition. There's nothing that's going to prohibit me from being successful.
Well, you're also going to dodge those jabs too, Dan.
The jab, that's the easy part.
Uh-oh.
A lot of people don't understand, like, when I get in the ring to fight, that's the easy part.
Right.
To fight, the easy part.
Now-
It's hard. The training camp and busting my behind and, making the weight and doing what I got to do, getting up, running them miles and dedicating myself and that's the hard part.
Yeah,
Getting in there, that's the
time
easy.
in.
Okay, now expand on that. What makes you believe, which I mean, God bless you, and it's fabulous, but there's some people out there that don't probably not going to believe you. So what, in your view and perspective, you say going in the ring, doing your thing, why is that the easy part? I mean, obviously you're prepared, but I know it's more than that.
Because I'm blessed with a specific a specific set of skills that God blessed me with. I'm blessed with the mental faculties to notice the ins and outs of this boxing thing, the IQ, the distance, the range, the power, to know how to set up the knockout, to know how to draw opponent in, to know how to do what I gotta do to take care of business. It's easy because I've been doing it so long, and it's like a second nature. It's like riding a bike. It's like just riding a bike, getting on there. Once you know how to do it, it's stuck with you for the rest of your life.
Now, what if that bike rider in front of you doing the same skill then what?
We gonna. It's like I play chess.
Okay.
We gonna play chess with him.
All right. That's
We
what I'm
gonna
talking about.
calculate our moves, and we gonna work smarter and not harder. We gonna work smarter and not harder.
Smart man. Smart
Calculate
man.
everything.
22-year-old. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
So and I love what you said, because I've never heard that before. You set up the knockout.
Yeah, you gotta set it up. If you try to, it's just like anything in life. You try to force anything, it's not gonna turn out the way you expect.
True.
You gotta set it up.
100%.
Yeah, you can't go in there and just, I'm finna go knock this guy out. Nah, you gonna wear yourself
It's
out.
boxing.
He set him up.
You know?
Set him up for the kill. I'm gonna be outside the ring just looking and watching, having fun.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'm be in there having fun, because ultimately it is fun. You know.
Then when he come out the ring, we going to that ranch. We gonna see if he got a couple of horses out there or something.
Yeah.
We can't ride no donkeys.
Yeah. I'm gonna go give me a couple horses.
That's what
No,
I'm
you
talking
don't want to go ride that steed.
Yeah. You know, I actually you know, my mother, she's actually Native American.
about. Okay.
You know, she like my people and them, they indigenous to this land. So like I got some of that in me. So like, you know, I would know how to get in the land and go hunt and grow my own food, and you know, it's just in me ancestrally and all kind of stuff. Like I'm Native American as well. My father African American, black. My mother Native American. So, you know, that's no problem to go in. That's just warrior spirit. I'll go get me a buffalo, you know.
Yeah, well, we all know Repo Ric is Cherokee Indian. Everybody know that. But I'm black.
Yeah.
I'm black. I grew up with blacks. I'm black. But, you know, I got these golden eyes, so y'all know I ain't too black. But I'm black. Cherokee Indian, Little Rock, Arkansas, where my mama and father's from.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna love to come on your ranch and go hunting. If you got 100 acres, we damn sure can do some hunting, boy.
Oh, we gonna go hunting for sure. We gonna have fun.
Yeah, so much you can do, boy. So much you can do.
So while we're talking about you, Mr. Repo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wanted to ask, you are Repo Ric.
Repo Ric, yes,
And
sir.
if you don't know boxing, you don't know Repo. But,
That's right.
but the question is, how did you come up with the name, and where did Repo Ric come from?
My name is Ricky Steve. So since my name is Ricky Steve, I bought a tow truck, 1986 Falcon wheel lift. It was called a Vulcan wheel lift, 1986. First black man with a Vulcan wheel lift. First person with a Vulcan wheel lift. I was living in Vallejo, California, and it was 13 tow truck services.
Wow.
I made 14.
Mm-hmm.
And when I bought the truck, I paid cash money for it. And it was the first truck you could sit in it, hit the switches, lift the car from the back. So I went to all the mechanic shops. I said, hey, sir, when a customer want to bring their car to the mechanic shop, they always have you call a tow truck service. Can you call me? We've been calling Bob Tow Service for years. And all. What? We've been calling Bob. Oh, thank you, sir. I go to the next mechanic shop. I got depressed. I said, wait a minute, man. I got to come up with a gimmick, man. So I went back to I went back to every mechanic shop. Hey, sir, when you call Bob Tow Service, I know he got 3 trucks. Sometimes they be busy. Can you call me? And I do it half price. Man, the guy called me, and I said, okay, here's my chance. I go get the car. I come up. I bag it up, put it right in that garage. They'd be like, you ain't got to put it. Sir, it's going in the garage. And they fell in love with me because I was doing things that other tow services wouldn't do. They pull up in front, drop it, and they run, you know. So then I started hanging out at the park with Too Short, E40. Those are rappers. They was hanging out at the park on Sundays in Vallejo, California. So I got some little round stickers with my phone number on it. And I went to everybody's car, and I say, here's a sticker. Stick it inside of your glove box so I know you're going to throw the business card down, you're going to lose them. But if you put the stickers in the car, you know it's in the glove box at all time. And I would tell them, let me stick it. So I go in the glove box, stick it in. And all of a sudden, I became a big tow service. So I drove from Vallejo, California to Oakland. That's a 45-minute drive. And somehow I pulled up at Home Depot, and the Caucasian guy walked up. No, he was a Russian guy. Russian man walked up to me. He said, hey, man, how fast you with that tow truck? I said, I'm quick. He said, okay, well, my wife at home, got to go to the hospital, have a baby. My car just broke down. Can you tow it? Sure. So he said, how fast can you be? I said, sir, I'll be quick. So I hooked up on the car, and I started pulling away, and I started following him, and some black man came out the Home Depot. Hey, bring my car back. I'm like, oh, man, what the hell I just did? So I took off, followed the man, found out he owns a car lot, so I ended up repossessing the car.
Okay.
So I started repossessing cars for him, and I saw a tow truck. It said Repo something on the side. So I called that number, and I said, yeah, I'm a repo man. Will you hire me? He said, yeah. You got your own truck? I said, yeah. So one day I went to East Palo Alto. And in East Palo Alto, they sell drugs on the corner. And you're talking about 20 people on the corner selling drugs. That's the way it was. So they had me to go get this Mercedes-Benz that belongs to a drug dealer. So they all out there shooting dice.
It's like, who's going to get the ride?
Right. So I pulled up. So I started shooting the dice with them to realize when it's time for me to go hook that car up. So I'm shooting the dice. All of a sudden I ran, jumped the truck. I hooked that car up, and somebody said, Repo Ric, bring that car back. And that's how I became Repo Ric. They knew my name. Ricky was my name, and the dude called me Repo Ric. So that following Monday, I went down to the uniform shop. I say, put Repo Ric on my shirt. And that's how I became Repo Ric. I'm a repossessor. A lot of people always ask me how I got the name. That's how I got the name, Repo Ric. And I was a 7-second man, meaning that if your car locked, I can come and unlock it in 7 seconds.
Well,
I broke the record.
That's PDQ, pretty darn quick.
Yeah, broke the record. And then now the Repo Man movie come out. Y'all remember that Repo Man first movie came out? Okay.
Yep.
I put most of the show together, and it was only giving me $40,000. And I said, no, I'm not taking no $40,000, no royalties, no nothing. No, I'm not. So they had to restructure the movie, and the movie came out. And the guy that was driving the tow truck was my supervisor in real life. So I ended up not doing the movie. All of a sudden, when I got into the boxing game, one of the fighters said, hey, man, we're doing a Repo movie. We'd like for you to be in the movie. So I drove all the way to Compton to shoot the first scene, and they gave me a piece of paper. And I put the read off that paper, and I'm not a person that reads off paper. I come off the head. And I dropped the paper, and I came off the head, and they said, take, we love it. We love it. Paperwork was, in other words, illegal. You cannot scratch a person's car when you repossess it. You can't tear the ring out. You can't tear the keyholes out, because once I repossess your car, you can come get your car the same day as long as you got the money, and it can't be scratched up.
Right, it's got to be in the same condition it was in when you picked it up.
Right.
Yeah.
So I came off the head and did the movie, and they loved it. And the movie never came out because the guy ripped off the money or something.
Oh man.
But so I missed out on that movie. But everybody wants to shoot movies with me. Everybody wants to do reality shows with me, but nobody coming up with that money up front. Nobody. So I'm holding back. I'm holding back right now while I'm talking. Everybody know what I can do, and I know what I can do, and I can put together a hell of a reality show, but nobody's talking that money up front. They look at me and say, I guess he's just a $2 nigga. So they want to pay me later, But that's how I got the name Repo Ric.
Well, yeah, but, you're a promoter in boxing, and you can sure put on one hell of a boxing show.
Yeah. Well, I used to work for every promoter in the world. I work for every promoter in the world except one man, and his name is Ed Holmes. What's the promoter name? Eddie Hearn? Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, London.
Eddie Hearn's from London. The reason why I never worked for Eddie Hearns from London is because he's new. He's new. He's 5 years old in boxing game.
He
but
just started.
Right. So I work for Don King. Last person I just finished working for, which was 6 months ago, a year ago, which was Floyd Mayweather. But he seen me and he told me he wanted me to do some more work for him, but I'd be doing work for him, but I'd be the owner. Floyd is younger than me. I'm a man. I'm not a follower. I'm a leader. So I can do my own thing, So it's called Whoop That Ass Promotion, not TMT Promotion, And I got Floyd Mayweather daddy. Every time I do a show, he's with me. I just took him to London 3 years in a row, actually. Well, not in a row because last year Corona stopped us from going.
Yeah, sure did.
So yes, I am a promoter, and my first show was Bakersfield, California. Very successful. Very successful. I mean, it was the talk of the town. Talk of the town. But talk of the boxing federation saying that the man should have had TV for what he just did. It was amazing. And right now today, I see people at another fight, and they be, hey, man, I was at your show, man. It was beautiful, man. It was no problems, no nothing. And I got a little girlfriend that said, hey, you knew you can do it. You knew you can do it. What was you worried about, nervous about? I wasn't nervous or scared, but you knew you can do it because that's you. But, but like I said, I work for every promoter out there. And when I work for every promoter, I did it all. I mopped the floor. I was the driver. I was taking people to get the medicals. I was everything. I was a manager. I was a cut man. I was the biggest hype man in the world, which everybody know that, hype man Repo Ric. That's my name, hype man Repo Ric. And I competed against Crocodile. Crocodile was the known as hype man for Mike Tyson and everybody. And all of a sudden, we went head up at a show, and I ripped his head off him, and he stopped stop hyping. Tony with Jay Prince. Tony, I'm talking about you. Tony with Jay Prince was a hype man. Like he said, Repo would embarrass you. He would embarrass you. So when you start talking trash to Repo Ric, you better watch what you say because he would embarrass you, you know. So I became the #1 hype man in the world, you know. So right now, I'm a promoter. Whoop that ass promotion.
And you have also done stuff in Tijuana. Now, that you've been doing that for years.
I've been doing Tijuana for years.
And what got you to Tijuana?
What got me to Tijuana? I went out there and I saw a fight, and I said, "Oh man, I can do this easy." You know, even though I don't speak no Spanish, I can do this easy. And this was like 10 years ago, and I started doing it. And when I started doing it, I brought everybody down there. I mean, everybody, all from Cleveland, St. Louis, Ohio. And then all of a sudden, people start going behind my back and try to do it. Now they're getting losses down there, you know, trying to go behind my back. And so it's only one Repo Ric. It ain't two Repo Rics. And if it was two Repo Rics, I'd be awesome. I got to admit that I'm the knownest, brokest person in boxing, but I am a better role model than a Floyd Mayweather or somebody, because a lot of people that met me and I gave inspiration, they using it, and now they're famous behind it. A lot of people. And people calls me every day and say, "Repo, thank you for jumping." Matter of fact, I just got a text from a girl. She cut my hair 10 years ago. And say, "Repo, you remember me? You cut my hair 10 years ago, and I told you I wanted to start my own barbershop, and you told me, just do it." And I said, "I don't have the money. Just do it." And that's what I tell everybody. When you want to open a business, just do it. Just open it up. Get your business license and get started. Because if you wait to save $50,000, you'll never save it, because you'll be chopping off the money, spending the money. But if you open it up and get going, it's going to work. And so she told me, "Thank you for that." Just heard from her.
Well, I agree with you, because I have an expression: you can't steer a parked car.
Right.
You can have a Ferrari roaring in the driveway, but if it's not driving down the street, it's not going anywhere.
Right. Okay, so here we go. My first show, $5,000. I started with $5,000. $5,000. But I knew that this mouthpiece that I got can sell some tickets. I hung out at Home Depot 7 o'clock in the morning, because you got all those Spanish guys love to drink beer and love boxing. So when they came to Home Depot to get their...
Now, was this in Tijuana?
No, this was in
America. Your first one was in America, right? Okay.
Yeah, Bakersfield.
Bakersfield, okay.
When they came to Home Depot, I didn't hand them the flyer. I showed them the flyer and explained the flyer. Then I handed them the flyer. Why waste my time just passing out flyer? It ain't gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
So when you explain to people and get it in their brain, then they understand. You know, plenty of beer, plenty of this, plenty of that. Let's have some fun. Then at night I hung out at Walmart. I had a sellout. I got all the pictures, the videos, and everything to show. I had a sellout. So anyway, back to Tijuana. So I went and told them, "Hey, I got money. All it takes is money to get what I want. I know I'm black. I know y'all don't want to give me no promoter license. I know I'm not from here, but I got the money." So I gave them the money. They gave me my promoter license, and I took it from there. And I was doing shows like every 2 weeks in Tijuana, Mexico.
And you were killing it. You were doing amazing.
I was killing them. I was
you
killing
were.
them. I did over 100 some shows in Tijuana.
Mm-hmm.
So still doing shows in Tijuana now. Now I just got an event center. It was a vacant building full of pigeons and cats. No rats, because there was plenty cats. Plenty rats. Plenty cats, and rats are scared of cats.
Mm-hmm.
And all busted windows, no back door, building tore up. They stole every wire in the building.
Yeah, folks, if you remember the copper situation where copper was really popular,
Right.
They ripped out every
you've seen it.
every inch of copper in that whole building was
Right.
every piece of wire was gone.
Right, you've seen it.
I
You've
have.
seen it. Right.
I've been there more than once.
Right. So I put the building together on Facebook. People watched it, and now I have an event center. So I'll be doing shows hopefully every week.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my excuse me. In Tijuana, a fighter only could fight every 15 days.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so my fighters will fight every 15 days.
Mm-hmm.
You know, ain't no limit. This is not top rank. This ain't Floyd Mayweather. This is whoop that ass promotion. You're going to fight every 15 days if you want to. You know, if you're not feeling good, you don't fight. So I will be doing a fight every week in Tijuana. And at the same time, I will be branching out to Philippines doing a show.
Yes, you are.
Today I'm working on Atlanta, Georgia.
Yep, we're going to do one in Atlanta, Georgia,
Right,
too.
and I'm definitely going to do one in Fresno, California, where my ranch is at, my 5-acre ranch.
Certainly.
Yep, I have cows, horses, whatever.
Well, they'll watch.
Yeah, so yeah, they sure will. So if you want to get with Repo Ric for Whoop That Ass promotion, WDA, here I am, baby. All we gonna do is fight. I ain't got no money, but that's all right though. I can get you where you need to be, and all you gotta do is win. I will get you ranked. Once you ranked, you don't need top rank. It's been a lot of fighters that didn't have a promoter that became world champions.
Mm-hmm.
And people always think you need a promoter to become. No, you don't. All you gotta do is win.
So we've got your song we can play if you want to throw it in.
Yeah, kick it
Whoop
in.
That Ass. It's on YouTube, but we're going to throw it here. Here it be. Whoop That Ass. None other than the one only
Repo Ric.
Say whoop that ass.
Damn.
Whoop that ass. Say whoop that ass. 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 Whoop that ass. Say we love you, hype man. Say we love you, hype man. I'm the hype man. Get ready for a fight, man. Somebody's going down tonight, man. Get your camera out and don't blink. He's going down like 1, 2, 3. Here come the challenger. He won't last. The champ's hands just lightning fast. So call the cut man. Throw the towel in. Everybody throw it up. Here we go again. Yes. You better get ready. You better get ready. You going down, baby. You going down. Throw it up. You better get ready. You better get ready. You going down, baby. You going down.
Round 2.
He looking kinda wobbly.
He going down, hype man.
Probably in the next 3 minutes, it's nap time. The champ say your ass is mine. Left hook, right hook, uppercut. To the jaw, to the head, to the gut. Call the cut man, throw the towel in. Everybody throw it up, here we go again. You better get ready, you better get ready. You going down, baby, you going down. Throw it up, you better get ready, you better get ready. You going down, baby, you going down. Say whoop that ass.
Say whoop that ass. Say we love you, hype man.
Say we love you, hype
Man. Say whoop that ass.
Say whoop that ass. Say we love you, hype man. Say we love you, hype man. Now throw it up. Yeah. Now throw it up. Like this. Throw it up. Yeah. Now throw it up. Like this. He about to whoop.
Throw it up.
You better get ready. You better get ready. He about to whoop. You going down, baby. You going down. He about to whoop.
Throw it up.
You better get ready. You better get ready. He about to whoop. You going down, baby. You going down.
That's right, baby. Whoop that ass. WDA. Whoop.
And if you want to hear more and see more, come on an event, and I guarantee you'll see Repo in the ring whooping that ass.
That's right, baby, because I got another song coming out, too. And it's a song to end the show. After this man, Abdullah, whoop that ass. Watch what I rap after that, whooping ass. That's right, baby. We're going to close the show.
So I understand, Abdullah, Kedar, you also are a rapper.
Yeah, I do a little bit of music.
Well, you've got a
also.
huge following on YouTube, so they tell me.
Yeah, Instagram, across all platforms, you know.
So how do they find you on
Streams.
Instagram and other places?
Instagram, PACKBOII .LaFleur, Packboy LaFleur, on Instagram across all social media platforms, Spotify, Apple Music. You know, we doing pretty good. We going about, last year I had about 780,000 streams.
Wow.
This year
Wow.
we just
Wow, we're
gonna,
going to whoop that ass.
Wow.
we just gonna keep on pushing, keep on elevating, keep growing, keep on being successful, keep on manifesting this stuff, putting it in the universe and watching it come back to us 3 times over. So
That's how it works. Absolutely. Yep, manifested and it happens.
I wrote this down earlier this year, or I would say last year, maybe December. I began my journey far as like spiritual stuff, like, you know, coming where I come from in my environment, we really don't look at stuff like that. We really don't get a chance to open our eyes and be like, okay, manifestivity, and like you can put stuff into the universe, be mindful of what you say and things like that. And last year I embarked on a little journey for myself of finding the true me, you know. And, you know, I wrote this down. I beginning to start reading. I started reading a lot more books. Got a journal, just writing down my goals and my dreams, and, you know, how I see things to be. And, you know, ever since I started doing that, my life been different. My environment changed. I'm in LA. I'm rubbing shoulders with some of the greats. You know, I'm living good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I don't have to look over. You know, I ain't in the hood and I ain't in nothing. You know, I'm locked in. I'm focused.
Looking over his shoulder.
Yeah, I'm locked in. I'm focused. And, you know, I'm in a good point in my life because this is what I saw. You know, I know I'm going to be rich. I know I am rich. I know I am wealthy. I'm an undefeated world champion.
On air with Walt.
On air with Walt, even. And you know what I think, Repo? I think this Kedar's going to be the next Prince. Boxing or not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next Prince, huh?
Yeah.
Boxing or not.
Boxing or not. The next Prince.
We're going to make it happen.
Is he going to have them 100 acres?
At least.
At least?
At
We're going to
least.
make it 400.
I told you. At least.
See, he going to build him a boxing ring. He going to build a studio, a horse pen.
Absolutely.
You know, that's one of my goals.
Absolutely.
For sure. Like to inspire and motivate, help people, touch people. If I just inspire a handful of people, I'm gonna keep on working hard, you know, just for that selective group that I inspired.
Well, you understand that if you take a pebble or a rock and you throw it in a pond, it all ripples out.
Absolutely.
And it impacts everybody.
It does. And, you know, whether I see it or not, I influence and I impact a lot of people.
You do.
Especially from my neighborhood. Even like, you know, I got older cousins, older brothers, and older siblings, and all my older, you know, elders, you know, they look up to me. I'm the young general. They know I'm the one that's gonna take it to another level. I'm the one that's gonna lead them out the darkness. I'm that light. I'm that light in that tunnel. You know, I'm that light that's gonna lead the way. You know, you can't stop what God got for you. You can't stop what God put together. And I feel as if, you know, God wants me to win. He wants me to be successful.
That's absolutely. You said the young general to take him out of the tunnel?
Yeah, the young. I'm gonna lead him. I'm gonna shine. I'm gonna shine. I'm that.
Shine.
I might not be that. I might not be the flame, but I'm that spark. I'm that spark that's gonna ignite the flame. Together we gonna make it.
He just what Repo been looking for. Yeah, because I like to shine. Shine, baby, shine. Yes, sir.
We gonna shine regardless.
Yeah, everybody know.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We gonna shine.
Well, we've got two shiners, big bright stars right here, no doubt.
This is just the beginning. Just watch.
Oh yeah.
Just watch the process. Just enjoy and watch the process.
And please believe it. On the air with Walt will be with us.
Absolutely.
Trust me. He gonna be at them fights.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, Kedar, do you have a next fight set up?
Yeah, we got some early May, probably May 9th.
Yeah, we're looking at May 9th so far. Matter of fact, the guy just called me. I didn't answer the phone.
Yeah, so
Good.
Yeah.
early May, and then right after
Turn
that,
your phone off.
and then right after that, we gonna go back in, probably late May, early June, and we gonna keep on get the ball rolling, keep on doing what we do best and win. You know?
He talking my speaker. That's what I want. I want to keep going.
Yeah, keep winning, keep racking it up, keep doing what you gotta do, keep dedicating, keep focusing. You know, to all the youngins who tuning in, to anybody with a goal and dream, just stay focused, stay consistent, have persistence, and believe. Stay focused. Keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes ahead. There's no time for the distractions. When you want to become successful, you got to dedicate yourself. Just stay focused, without question.
Couldn't say it better myself. So, Repo, we are like almost out of time here, my man.
Yes, sir.
Where can they find you?
Where can you find me?
Yes, sir.
Instagram, Hype Man Repo Ric, and Facebook, Repo Ric, R-E-P-O-R-C. It'll be a picture of me and Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Okay.
on the picture.
There, so you got Facebook and Kedar. Once again, where can they find you?
You can find me across all social media platforms, PACKBOII.LaFleur or .Kedar, either one. I gotta, come tap in, come follow. You want to get some motivation. You want to be inspired. You feeling down, you feeling low. You need something to lift you up. Tap in and come watch. And I guarantee you're going to feel good. You're going to feel better.
That's right. Or you can call Repo Ric Collect, 559-352-1844. I ain't scared of no phone call. 559-352-1844. Collect call.
Yeah, I call him and he answers the phone.
Wow.
Well, guys, that is our show. And, of course, you can find me at www.OnAirWithWalt.com. And you can find me on YouTube, On Air with Walt. And, again, like, share, and subscribe. Watch some more content like this. We've got a few more shows coming. And, of course, more boxing. And we can hear and you can find us ubngo.com. Got to get that one in, Tony. You know it.
Tony Baloney.
Well, Tony's not really full of much baloney. I've been knowing him for 12 years.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for 12 years. So, folks, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for sharing. And until next time, God bless.
And we out.
Yes, sir.